Good afternoon from American Ground Screws Warehouse. We're in the corner getting ready to go to Green Build November 1st in San Francisco. And we got to talking to some frequently asked questions keep arising. So Katie, if you would, fire them at me and I'll see what I can do to answer them.
All right, David. So what types of applications can I use ground screws for?
Any place that you can put a concrete pier, you can put a ground screw. Unlimited. So I made a short list here: street furniture, light posts, decks, fences of all kinds, chain link, privacy, even decorative fencing. Solar arrays, by far our largest consumer of screws is in solar. Signs of any size, trail markers, park benches, bollards, houses, sheds, gazebos, any place that you can put a concrete pier.
All right, and will my post hole auger work to install your ground screws?
Post hole augers may work. They usually only carry about 2,000 to 3,000 foot-pounds of torque at a high rate of speed, like 90 RPMs. What you're looking for is something that can do 6,000 foot-pounds of torque at no more than 20 RPMs. So they may or may not work. I know that the Bobcat C30 is equipped to do that, and it's a standard off the market item that you can get.
Great. And does American Ground Screw have installation equipment available?
Yes, absolutely. So we carry a stock of about 10 rental units of electric driver, 10 of our large hydraulic MM10K, and at any given time about half of those are rented out, but we rent them and sell them both out of the warehouse. We are distributors, and as you would do with the Coke machine and the Coke, that Coke machine is required to serve the Coke. The machine is required to install the screws. So we sell them at a very, very competitive rate.
Thank you. And can I install these by hand?
We get this question a lot. No. These larger screws you cannot. We do have, make some noise here. We do have a residential line that is for mailboxes. You can get small flagpoles or decorative lighting type situations, and they all come with a piece of rebar. Those can be bought on our Amazon site. They're very inexpensive, but they are going to move with frost, and they are a much lighter load than the bigger ones that we have for ICC approval and building code.
Okay. And where can I find information on American Ground Screws load capacities?
So on our website, at the top of every page, there's a little green tab that says code compliance, and you can click on that. It'll take you to a site, kind of explains the process of building code approval. And there's an ESR 4226 that opens up a browser page. You can get on there. Table best crib notes cheater for what your loads are can be found on table 5 on page 11. We actually printed one off here. If I can get up here close enough to actually see it. Higher, good, right there, okay. So what you'll see here is tension loading, which is the upward load, lift of the screw. The axial compression, which is what builders will be interested in, is the downward. And then the lateral is the side to side. So for street lights and various tower type applications, the lateral is important. And then we have two different sizes, the 3-inch and the 4.5 inch, and then the different embedment depths. And then you get to choose your soil type. So you're either going to be in a silty sand, which is kind of a dirty beach sand, I describe it, or the sandy clay, which is a highly expansive clay, does have some sand in it. And you're gonna fall somewhere in between there. We do have blow count measurements down below this, but it's, if all else fails, go with the lowest rating, and if you don't want to do the soil sample, and it'll get you quite a ways.
Great, thank you. And can ground screws be installed in rock?
Yes, absolutely. So some of our better installers claim there are no refusals with ground screws. And that is because you have to, if you do hit rock, and you can hit rock, you're going to want to drill out the full embedment depth. So for this screw, it'd be 63 inches or 5 feet, and it will be a slightly larger than the thread length. You're going to keep all those cuttings handy right there with you, put the screw in the hole, auger the screw backwards, and push that cutting material back in, and it will draw that material in and compact that material just like it were soil. And as that screw starts to rise and you get 8 to 12 inches of rise out of your screw, you reverse direction and drive it home. And you basically created a Tapcon screw. You have a screw sitting on rock and everything around it's just holding it in place.
Great. Well, I think that's all our questions for now. Thank you for your time and for talking with us, David.
Great. And any comments or questions that you have, just add them underneath the line and we'll get to you and answer those. Thank you.